Hey guys, Carl sir. So I know I haven't dropped any videos lately, but basically what's been going on is since the new massive update, I have not wanted to make a video. I would much rather go through these things, figure out all the stuff, not just put out crap videos that look at the notes. I mean, I did put out a video on the notes, but now that that's done, I want to actually go through things and make sure that I know what I'm talking about and not just making up crap with no real, backing. And I'll admit, maybe some of the YDCB and guys like that actually have the time to, I would have had to set across a couple days to do nothing but this, and I can't do that yet. I just can't. I wish I could, but as of right now, I can't. And I will talk about that at the end of this video, actually, but as of right now, this has to be at least sort of part-time. So, anyway, this has been exceptionally hard. This is not just for me. I've talked to a few people, and getting R5 done on this dimensional hole crap, everyone I've talked to says that basically you needed Shayna to do the boss. Like, Shayna was a near requirement to win. Like, straight up, that's what I've heard. Multiple people who are as experienced or more experienced than I am have said specifically Shayna was the answer to these, and now that her attack bar reduction's dead, she's no longer the answer. So, I have found a couple R4 teams I will show. I just showed one that are not exceptionally well ruined that everybody should be able to get. And here's why. Diva was given away for free. I have not even skilled up my Diva. You can see her runes right here. Very obtainable. Swift broken. 135% crit damage is not crazy high. She is a bit speed heavy, and I'm trying to do that because of her S1 does damage. No, that's Talia. I don't know what I'm thinking of. I just wanted her fast. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm going kooky in my old age or something. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted her fast. So 103 speed it is. It might be a bit more than she actually needs speed wise, but there's certainly no harm in making her nice and quick. I didn't want to roll Vio, so I figured since I don't want to roll Violence on her, I just wanted to try it without it. Obviously, Violent sets can be exceptionally good for nearly every champion. I mean, the only time you have to be careful with bio sets is when you're going to the Elemental Rift dungeons. I mean, and even then, you don't have to be that careful. So, but Diva is the attack speed lead twin. I've used Sabrina. Sabrina has worked very well as the tie. Now, with this one I have Vio, but that will change later. But for now, this is what we're using. Speed, crit damage, attack percent. These runes are not crazy good. Oh, I guess there's a couple pretty decent ones on her, but there's like one really good one, and the rest of them are just decently good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, this one's really good, but the others are just, decent. 7,000 HP, 800 attack, 145 crit damage. Now we're getting a little bit better, especially since I'm not using, like, a rage set or something. 145 is not bad. But you can also see she's completely unskilled. She has one skill on her S1. I mean, this is not... And my Garo, I just finished Garo the other day. I don't love how I have him. He's going to get fixed on my end. So, but for this video, this is where he is, and it works well. I used an attack percent S1, or S2... S2, like it's a skill. Attack percent slot 2. Which obviously most people roll a speed slot there, and eventually I will. The problem I had was I just didn't have one that I liked, and I needed crit rate, and I just could not get one with much crit rate to slot in there, so I had to end up using this. Crit damage, attack percent, not even maxed. HP, not maxed, not a crazy good rune, decent but not amazing. I like this one. This is not a crazy good rune either, but, pretty decent. And then this is one actually I'm kind of proud of. When this one went through, oh, I was so angry, man. When this one maxed, I was in 140, like I try to be when I max runes, or when I do anything, really. And somebody was joking around, like, hey, let me borrow that rune. And I was like, oh, yeah, let me just send it on your way, man. And then somebody else was like, how do I get a rune like that? and like three people all at once all answered Visa, MasterCard, just pop out your mom's credit card. And I really was offended because I've never bought a rune pack in my life. I've spent some money on this game, I absolutely have. Devilmons, Transcroll at Christmas. I mean, other than those things, I try not to buy much. Devilmons and Transcrolls. I mean, maybe a and the $4 pack and the $19 pack. I buy both of those. Not always the 19, but always the $4.99 one. If you're willing to spend any money at all, I would say buy that $4.99 pack. It's a really, really good value, especially since it gives you a higher energy cap. Unless you're not refilling your energy with crystals, it's a very, very good pack. I mean, unless you're only playing to kill your energy and walk away, and that's what makes you happy, then because I couldn't do that. That's not hardcore enough for me. I'm all in, man. But yeah, Garo, decent build, not crazy, not even that fast. So his S1 is not getting a ton of extra damage. Now I am using Diva for the attack speed lead, so that everybody can get, especially him. Now, here's Bella. Bella is using a set that I'm passing around from Bella to Bella. This Bella is just here to get Second Awakened, and then after that, I will feed it to Crow as a skill up. I'm going to max skill up my Crow this way. I'm doing it this way because, one, I think Dimensional Hole runes are the wave of the future. It's something that everyone has equal access to by doing R4 and R5 at the exact same rate, because you can only refill your energy here 3 times, but the refills are only 10 energy. So even Mega Whales can't get that far ahead of you if you're willing to spend 360. They can't get ahead of you at all if you're willing to, except for Mega Whales could probably do R5. These videos are going to be on R4 because I don't think most people will be able to do R5 anymore. I'm certainly finding it really hard to do R5. So I don't think I've found a consistent team for it. And until I do, I'm not doing a video on it. I have heard that Schizophrenic Gamer has an R5 team. I will not go watch their things because I don't want to get their ideas and use that. I want to have my own ideas. I want to use my answers. And if I can't come up with my answers, I'm more than willing to say you should go check their video out. If you want to do R5, if you don't want to do it this way and you want to just go straight to R5, I mean, it's not like you're going to offend me. You should go check their video, see if it's what you like, and if it's what you like, then great. I mean, as much as I want you to stay here, I also want you to get what you actually need. So, if you want to get the R5 team, like I said, feel free. It's worth checking because maybe you can do it at least, but it's going to be hard. Like I don't think most people, I don't think any early gamer will be able to do R5. I don't think most mid gamers will be able to do R5 now. And I'm talking Dimensional Hole here. It's just because of the way they changed it. So this is one team. I didn't mean to click replay again so quickly, but I will show you one other team that I've been able to come up with. This energy is too priceless, so I'm going to let them run this out, and I will just go ahead and with the announcement that I was going to make. This is the soft announcement before the real announcement that's going to come out immediately after this video. I've opened a Patreon, and let me explain why. I want to do this professionally. Now, when I say that, the question becomes, what do I mean this? I want to play Summoner's War professionally. I want to go to SWC next year or the year after. I realize that that's a lofty goal. It's going to take a lot of work. I'm nowhere near ready to go to SWC. I'm not about to even pretend that I am. I have a long way to go. And it may be 2 years before I can do it. But my goal is going to be to do it next year, and then maybe I pull it off, maybe I don't. If I don't, then oh well, I'll keep pushing for the year after. But I will stay on YouTube this entire time, and all of the money from Patreon will be going back into the account, back into the YouTube. I may need to the YouTube account, by the way, not like the YouTube. That's what I meant. But I may have to buy equipment, and if I have to buy equipment, I'll do that. But otherwise, the money is going strictly into the account to help propel me towards SWC next year. Obviously, a lot of people aren't going to want to give money to somebody who's got 250 subscribers. I'm not pretending that I'm even schizophrenic gamer who I think is very smart about this game. But I am very well studied when it comes to, I don't put videos out until I've done some study on it. Wow, I clicked replay out of reflex and didn't even realize it. Okay. Uh, I am very studious. I make sure that what I post, I'm accurate. Every once in a while, I will make mistakes, and I have. And like 2 videos ago, and I was like so annoyed that I just didn't get it right, you know. And so I will make sure that I can give the best information possible. And my trek to SWC, all of the major points will be on YouTube. Some of the minor points will go to Patreon. As of right now, the lowest subscription on Patreon is, I think, $5. And then the highest is, I'm not even going to talk about that. The highest is not what I expect anybody to do. It's in case when we run into one of those like rich oil barons who likes to, you know, help propel gamers forward. I mean, and I don't know exactly what I can give everybody right now. One of the major things I'm offering is I will I will optimize one of your monsters for you, one or plural depending on what package you get. If you get the $4.99, you just get a personal thank you and a shout out in a video. If you get any of the ones above that, then you start getting something else. So I'm gonna switch this up just a tiny bit. I'm gonna leave Garo in. He is staying, and you'll see why right after I finish throwing all 3 of these suckers on here. Bam. Shayna, Maruna, Garo, Bella. Now, in my experience, this has been less optimal. This is not quite got the same success rate, but I do think it will still work quite well. Especially if you don't have Talia Sabrina, or who I wasn't using there, but Talia Sabrina I think also works. Diva Sabrina. If you don't have Garo, I think the problem becomes, you know, it's if heal block for the boss at the end would help. So if you have to use a Colleen, then I would not use Bella, and I would switch in like the Rayoke. Yeah, I think it's Rayoke. The Fire Inugami, pretty sure that's Rayoke. If you don't have a Garo, I would throw him. I mean, obviously for his slot, add in Colleen, and instead of doing Bella, try a Rayoke. And I think that I've heard he's very easy to skill up. He only needs a few. And I imagine, since if I remember, he's a defense build, he'll hold his own pretty well as far as defenses are concerned, and he probably won't need a crazy good rune quality. And that's one of the reasons I like Bella, because I can build this team of all damagers around her, you know, and she doesn't have exceptional runes. She just has decent runes that I pass around to everybody, you know. And as you've seen, my Garo hasn't died once, and he's only like plus 51 speed. Like, that's not fast at all for a Garo. And yet, he hasn't died once because his passive keeps him alive every time. So, he may die like right now because I just talked about it. While this would be hilarious. I have noticed, you'll need to watch for this, Bella using this kill turn strategy, going straight for the boss, a face team, I have noticed that Garo will get stuck in like a continuous battle at the very end sometimes. It's really annoying, but it is what it is. Basically, the left tower gives Garo enough attack bar increase to heal himself fast enough to keep up with the dots from Garo. It's just it's annoying. If your Garo was more powerful than mine or faster, then you'd probably be fine, but I don't know what to say, really. But that is my soft release. I'm going to do a serious video detailing all of my reasonings right now, and it will drop either tonight or tomorrow. It may drop tomorrow because I'm really trying to put out a video every day, and this is going to be my video for today. That'll also allow me to get all of my reasonings on paper, where then I can really explain it. I don't want people thinking this is about money for me. The YouTube has always been about, and again, I mean the YouTube account, like not like the YouTube, right? Yeah. Ugh. people are screwing me up. Ugh. YouTube. The YouTube account is all about helping people, sharing the information that I've learned, sharing the knowledge that I've learned, and honestly, getting some help for myself too. There are some times when I've posted questions in the middle of a video or at the end of a video, at the beginning of a video, and someone's came into the comments and been like, hey, here's an answer. And that has been really useful for me. And as I go through this journey where I try to do SWC next year, I can't know everything. There's no way. I'm not going to know everything. I'm not going to be able to do this all by myself completely. But if I have a team built around me of even just people who are willing to help a little bit here and there, it's really going to help me move forward and get this done right. So I really look forward to you guys' feedback. Please, if you're feeling negatively about the Patreon release at all, watch my next video before you make any decisions. I'll thoroughly explain it there, and hopefully I can convince you that I'm not just trying to grub money. I am not rolling in cash over here. I run a little eBay store where I sell Magic the Gathering cards, and I don't mention this a lot, and I won't mention it much beyond this. I'm also on VA disability. I can't hold a job anymore, so these online things are all I can do, basically. And I really look forward to trying to make it to the SWC Championship. But I mean, I'm not doing this just for the money. That part, I'd love to make the money from that. Don't get me wrong. The Worlds is going to be $100 grand this year. I'd absolutely love to make that money. But this YouTube account is not just about that. I would like to make some money for all the effort I'm going to be putting into this, but it's going to be about more. It is about more, to me anyway. So please, if you have any negative feelings, just hold off until the next video before you make any decisions, before you unsubscribe. Don't do it. I have to hit 1,000 subs before this can really start becoming a thing. When this account hits 1,000 subs, I'll really, really know that I can make this a professional thing. So I really look forward to you guys and having a chance to explain everything to you and working with you guys. And please drop in the comments if you have any suggestions for future videos or requests. I've got a few lined up right now, but I'm always happy to hear suggestions and even just questions. If you have a question I can try to help you with, I'm more than happy to try to work with somebody, help them out. So just let me know, and thank you guys so much for your help.